Urinary incontinence refers to the involuntary leakage of urine from the bladder. It can be associated with activities such as high-impact exercise or heavy lifting. Pelvic floor muscle training is an effective treatment for many forms of incontinence. The pelvic floor muscles are located deep within the base of the pelvis. They can be difficult to locate. To identify the correct movement, imagine you are stopping the flow of urine. You should feel a lift inwards and upwards inside your pelvis, followed by the sensation of letting go as you release. Try standing in front of a mirror and attempt to squeeze and lift the pelvic floor muscles. If you are contracting correctly, you should see a lift inwards and upwards at the base of the penis. You may feel some tightening within the stomach, buttocks, or around the back passage. Keep the stomach and buttocks relaxed and continue to breathe. Sit upright with your back straight and hips well supported. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor muscles. Hold the contraction at full strength, aiming for 5 to 10 seconds, then release. Continue to repeat this hold until you can no longer maintain a full strength contraction, or until you start to notice the length of the hold decrease. Once you can easily maintain a full strength pelvic floor contraction for 10 seconds times 10 repetitions, you can advance to the exercise pelvic floor strength training in standing. The level of challenge can be increased by changing the starting position. Stand with your feet at shoulder width apart with your arms relaxed by your sides. Squeeze and lift the pelvic floor muscles, feeling for a lift towards the base of the penis. Hold this squeeze as strong as you can. Aim to reach between 5 to 10 seconds. Then release. You should stop when your muscles fatigue. As your strength improves, you can progress from stationary positions. In a standing position, squeeze and lift the pelvic floor as if stopping the flow of urine. Hold the contraction and march on the spot firmly for 10 seconds. Then release. Repeat this 10-second hold for up to 10 repetitions. As the exercises become more difficult, it's important to ensure the correct technique is maintained and that the pelvic floor muscles are activating without excessive use of the abdominals or buttocks. If you notice this happening, stop and take 1 to 2 deep breaths and reset. As well as training the pelvic floor muscles for strength, it is important to consider both A, endurance, and B, coordination of the muscle group. To train coordination, try and perform quick, repeated contractions of the pelvic floor. Start in a sitting or standing position and contract the pelvic floor to full strength, then immediately release back to rest position. As your control improves, increase the number of repetitions. Stop when you feel the muscle fatigue. In some types of incontinence, bladder leakage will occur during a sudden movement or change of position. It can be helpful to pre-contract the pelvic floor muscles before an activity you anticipate might cause leakage. For example, try to squeeze, lift and hold the pelvic floor muscles before you cough, lift or stand from a seated position. Release slowly once the movement or activity is complete. This pre-contraction is known as the knack. It can be an extremely effective strategy for many men with bladder leakage.